I'm Amber Nash, the voice of your favorite HR nightmare Pam Hoovy. Welcome to our Archer Rewatch podcast. We are currently covering a whopping 13 episodes of Archer for season 2 with a bunch of super fun guests. Welcome to Rephrasing. Hey guys, welcome to season 2, episode 8. I'm your host, Amber Nash, and here with me as always, we have...
Casey Willis. I was an executive producer on Archer.
Casey, what did you do on Archer? Let's start over.
Was it like 2 shows ago, Casey was like, I'm Casey. Like he'd never been introduced before in his entire life.
Okay, here we go. Hey guys, welcome to season 2, episode 8. I'm your host, Amber Nash, and here with me as always, we have...
I'm Casey Willis, executive producer on Archer.
And...
I'm Christian Danley. I was an editor on Archer.
Together with our guest today, we're going to talk about Stage 2. While Mallory deals with the results of her latest mammogram, Sterling must deal with the revelation that will shock the gang. Our guest today's comedy is what you get when the girl next door has a little bite, mixing dark humor and millennial nostalgia with an honesty that makes you laugh and squirm. Named one of Hoo Ha Ha's Comedians of the Year in 2022, she's been featured on the Daily Zeitgeist and the Dork Forest, and has performed at San Francisco Sketch Fest, Big Pine, the SLO Comedy Festival, and more nationwide. Her work includes appearances in Funny or Die videos, and she previously produced and performed in her long-running, sold-out monthly show, Salty AF, at the Hollywood Improv. It's Holly Brown!
Yay!
Wow! Yay! Holly, thanks
Damn.
for being here. We're so excited.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I'm making my sister's dreams come true completely. So she's Archer's #1 fan, and I would was more of a passive watcher, in my earlier days, and then now as an adult watching it, such a different experience. But when I told her I was going to get to chat with you guys, she freaked out. She freaked out.
That's awesome.
That is so exciting. Okay, so Holly, you have a new podcast coming up, and I just want to talk about that for a little bit. It's actually out. Is there only one episode out right now?
Episode 2 comes out on Wednesday,
Oh my
which
gosh.
I know of this week in April. But yes, episode 1 is out now.
Oh my God, it's so fun. I listened to it over the weekend. So we're going to talk about that in a minute, and we're going to play a little trailer for our listeners. But before we get into it, can you tell us a little bit about how you got into comedy?
Absolutely. My background as a comedian is sad. End of story. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
As all comics go, my background came from trauma. But my dad, it's kind of an interesting entry point because my dad worked in sitcoms growing up. He worked on the show Frasier, most notably.
Oh, man.
He also worked on a couple
Classic.
other ones of the era. Right. I'm like, dang, if I'm going to get a sitcom dad, it's going to be Frasier. But he worked on that. And so living in LA, being such a young kid, in my head, I was like, being on TV is normal, guys. This is what people do. And anyone that lives in LA can do it. Lest I know that money, power, all things that still matter, regardless. So I just knew from an early age it was something that I thought was like a viable option. And then once I started to try to figure out what that pathway would look like, I started in every single comedy. Like I tried doing acting, and then I was like, I'm not good at this. It's very humbling to realize when you're not good at something.
Yeah.
So I realized I'm not good at that, found comedy, did improv sketch, then I landed on stand-up. And you just have to try all the hats before you find the one that, works
And
for you.
Holly, I have to say, I think that, because I also, as we were telling you before the podcast started, Christian and Casey and I all met at an improv theater. And there are many times where I think to myself, did I choose the wrong sister? You know what I mean? Like, should I have just gone with stand-up and would I be in a different place? Because it's like, improv is like, I kind of feel like sometimes it's like murder mystery dinner theater, like it was big in the 90s and now nobody talks about it anymore.
Yeah.
So now when it
like
comes,
stand-up's eternal, right?
Yeah.
There will always be a need for stand-up comedy.
Exactly. And
But lately I find stand-up to be kind of like how SNL fills a void in what they need for the cast. That's what we're in a cycle right now of stand-up that is different than the cycle of last stand-up. Right now it's not my favorite. It's
okay.
I don't want to yuck anybody's yum, but
Sure.
we're in a big cycle of say like Kill Tony, stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas
a lot of crowd
before
work
it was
posts.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas like before it was so my lane of like just like a little more offbeat underground alt comedy scene.
Yes.
And it's like now the alt became main, but then became awful. Sorry to yuck anyone's yum, but
No, totally.
I just find that interesting in comedy, like the cycling of what eras we're in right now.
Oh man, we talk about it all the time on Archer when we'll watch a scene and Casey talks about clutching his pearls. It's mostly like in reference to violence, but just some of the jokes we would not do these days because we have come to a different time.
Totally.
But the beauty
Also-
is that everybody on Archer saying the jokes. All the women are saying it.
It's true.
Also, when your protagonist is such a piece of shit, chef's kiss on what you get to do there,
Yeah, all he has to do is give the tiniest glimpse of humanity,
Yes.
and then he could just be a jerk the rest of the time.
Buys you 10 seasons. Yeah.
There's also this weird cycle of the bullies or the people who were bullied then getting power and then suddenly becoming bullies themselves, and you're like, wait, you were supposed to be the cool one.
Right, yeah.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
so true. I feel like that plays out in Archer as well.
Yes.
It totally does. So, Holly, we're going to quickly
Yeah.
listen to a little trailer from your podcast so people can get a little bit of a feel for it, because there's something really interesting about the way that the podcast is formatted and plays out. And so let's play this, and then I have some questions for you.
Yeah, you might be familiar with it, Holly, because you sent it to us. And you made it. So.
Wait, what?
All right, here we go.
Oh boy, what a day. Let's see what's on.
I hate my parents, and we live in a crap house.
We have to talk about these house rules.
Okay, they stink.
Man by nature is just a naked ape chain-smoking salmon.
Coming this spring, there's a new kind of show hitting the air that's going to change the shape of TGIF as you know it. Bye-bye, Boy Meets World. See you later, Step by Step. It's time you meet a family that's unlike any you've ever met before.
Dad, Carson sprayed Febreze up his butthole again.
Holly Brown might seem like your average 17-year-old, but growing up in the San Fernando Valley with a mom, dad, and siblings like hers means things don't always go as planned.
Hey, Mom, I hope you don't mind, but I traded my BMX bike for a bunch of baby alligators.
Alligators need an aquatic environment, Carson. Try the bathtub.
And just when things feel like they can't get any crazier, life always finds a way.
Okay, so bad news is my cancer is not responding to the treatment.
Good news, I can fit into my old pants again.
All right. This show seems really good.
On Everybody Knows But Me, the Brown family doesn't just deal with pimples on prom night and pranks gone wrong. Hiding behind that white picket fence is a whole lot more than Home Improvement ever had the guts to handle in a half hour of primetime TV.
The level of truth and sadness in our lives, I think, sometimes makes people really uncomfortable.
What happens when family secrets get uncovered? How much do we really know about the people we love?
When Dad was really bad, we did have Mom.
Yeah.
But like the worst periods that we don't want to remember, we had no one.
Everybody Knows But Me is a darkly funny, true story that explores life-changing secrets, mental illness, death, grief, and the stories we tell ourselves to survive. Coming this spring from Companion Arts and Next Chapter Podcasts. Right after the sugar-free Surge energy drink Jinko Jeans AOL free trial comedy hour.
It's so...
Wait a minute. Holy shit. That's my life.
so great.
Man, that was awesome.
It's so great. So, Holly, the thing that I found really interesting about it, and I have this question because I don't know, I've only listened to the first episode, and I don't know if all episodes are formatted this way, but you're kind of telling your story through some interviews with your family, and you're talking about your story. But then at the end of the episode, some real information from your life comes out in the form of a sitcom with a laugh track, and it's got a bit of like a Requiem for a Dream vibe to it because there's like a laugh track on top of like horrifying information that you're hearing. Does every episode have that?
So I grew up watching sitcoms, being obsessed with them, and then at the same time as I'm obsessively watching these sitcom families wrap up everything in like 30 seconds, or 30 minutes, I mean, I am having very not sitcom plot lines play out in my real life, because what you find out in episode 1 is just the beginning. It is so scratching the surface of the plot lines, so to say, that are in my life. So it was a framing device that I wanted to use to showcase, like, you know, kind of how I became a comedian in a way too. Losing myself in these sitcoms so that I could try anything to feel normal. And then we wanted to bring that through because of my connection with my dad being on Frasier. And we start every episode off with a cold open, similar to a sitcom cold open. But this episode 1, we wanted to introduce the characters first. So you get to know the people. That way, every episode moving forward starts with a sitcom cold open of a real something that happened in my life. And it's going to make people very uncomfortable where we put the laugh tracks, but that's what I love about it so much.
It's so great. And the production value is incredible. It's clear you guys put a ton of work into it. And did you get a bunch of voice actors, or are they friends of yours, or kind of how did you do all that?
So it's, you know, they're friends of mine, but it's also like they're people playing me and my sister and my brother in our youth. So I'm like, shoot, I need kids. Like, who do I find? Yeah. So I found the next best thing besides kids, which is our youth, the Gen Z. And I found the Gen Z, who happened to be my next door neighbors, which feels very sitcom-y.
Cool. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm just so, like, you know, I live in LA. I have actors as neighbors, and they're all they're Gen Z. They're best friends on either side of me. Incredible actors, and then I got to have my neighbors play me in the show. So it's
amazing.
The trailer
all
does an awesome job of walking that line of being, you know, like serious and funny at the same time. Like, just can't wait to hear more of that.
It's so fun. And I want to talk
guys.
to you too, because there's a very particular reason why Casey chose this episode for you to review. But how did you get to the point, or were you always kind of like this when you started your comedy career, like where you could take the tragedy of life and make it kind of either where you're going with your comedy, but also just to kind of deal with what life is? Like, I think we were just talking about this on the podcast about, like, what is comedy's job? And Jesse Thorne, who is the head of our network, was like, well, comedy's job is to be funny. And it's like, well, comedy's job might also be to help us, you know. So what are your thoughts on that? Like, how did you do that? Was it hard for you?
I mean, I feel like in a way, same way people ask sometimes, how did you want to be a comedian? How did you know you wanted to be a comedian? And I just look at them, I'm like, because I'm really fucking funny. I don't like.
Right, come on.
Next question. But I feel the same way about incorporating this in my life. It's like, I didn't have a choice. I felt like I didn't have a choice, but to acknowledge what was happening in my life. And if that is what's consuming it, and all I know is all this bad stuff, I'm not going to, like, you have to not live in that in order to go forward. And so my way of doing that, and same with my siblings, was to kind of laugh about it. You'll hear in the show, there will be moments where we do a tangent from saying something horrific, and we make a joke, and then we come back to, you know, the main thing, and an audience member might be like, what the hell? They just made a joke about that. But then there's going to be people, I hope, that listen, and they're like, thank God I'm not insane for making jokes about these kinds of things, you know. It's just a coping mechanism. Survival instincts kick in. You don't have a choice sometimes, and you have to.
Totally. And then also it might open up for some people who didn't know that was an option, that maybe they can incorporate that into their lives too. And they're in a tough situation. It's so great. So Casey, tell us about why you chose Stage 2.
Yes. Well, in this episode, first Mallory thinks that she might have cancer. They found something in a mammogram. And then later in the episode, Archer finds out that he does have breast cancer. And so I like this episode because, A, they're dealing with something that's very real, but also we see such a different side of Archer, him trying to kind of atone for his past.
But also get as much sympathy as he possibly can.
Yeah. And it's the episode after this is a really classic one that everybody talks about, the Rampage episode, where Archer finds out that his cancer drugs are counterfeit, and he goes on a rampage to kill the people who are doing the counterfeiting. But watching this episode, it's a very funny episode and deals with a lot of stuff. And I think sometimes it might get outshined by 209, which comes right after this. But I think this episode was fantastic, and it made me... I hadn't seen it in a long time, and it made me really laugh at a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That doctor, I can't wait to talk about
so
that.
Yes. I know, me too. And it's like, the being at the depths of despair, and then like it's like, you know, when a joke comes at the perfect time and it's the funniest thing ever because you're like, thank God the tension's broken. And it really, I think that might be why it's such a great episode, because we're dealing with such a, you know, a relatable shitty topic. Okay, in the cold open, this is what happens. Cheryl and Mallory are chatting on the elevator. And I wrote down this line because it's so funny. If I cared about what you do on the weekends, I'd stick a shotgun in my mouth and pull the trigger with my toes. It's like, Jesus
Very
Christ.
descriptive.
I want to know what Cheryl's weekends are like so badly,
Right?
guys.
She's such a weirdo.
Especially season 2. I feel like that's when you really get into like just 0 to 60 gunning with Cheryl and Pam. But Cheryl's weekends, I mean, I imagine there's a lot of fluids.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So Mallory's in a mood. She had a mammogram and they found something. And I wrote down, isn't cancer hilarious? So Pam shows off her marzipan replica of Poovy Farms, which I remember reading that script and getting really excited because my first job was actually decorating cakes in high school. And I was like, I think I've probably made a marzipan farm at some point.
Mallory does something that I think Christian and Amber, you have to tell me, might have originated at Dad's Garage.
Okay.
Mallory kind of does a get some to the papers that Cyril is holding.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about the origin of the get some and what it is?
And explain it, Christian. Explain the get some. You're the mayor of get some, as far as I know.
There was a period of time at the Improv Theater that we work at, Dad's Garage, where you could smack anything out of anybody's hands onto the ground as long as you said, get some, when you did it. I did it once to a friend of mine named Randy. He had a full soda from McDonald's. Like, he had just gotten a, like, big, you know, supersized. No. And I was like, it splashed all over the parking lot. And begrudgingly, he could not do anything but laugh at it.
That felt like a very written thing that you just said, even Christian, even though that was real life. You'd be like, I used to slap the things out of my friend Randy's hand. Like, the name Randy is such an insert Randy's name anywhere, and it works for everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can believe anything. If
anybody does anything to Randy.
The terrible things we did to each other. I can't.
Yeah.
So true.
Unfortunately, Christian told that story to our boss, Matt Thompson, and then it became Matt Thompson's favorite thing to do.
No.
And
you can't give the boss that much power.
In the meanest way possible. I remember the first season of Archer, there was a printer all the way on the other side of this gigantic room where all the computers were, where everybody was working. He printed something out and made, I think, Nick Gibbons go get what was on the printer, bring it back to him in the back of the room, just for him to smack the fuck out of it.
Oh.
And I remember in the script, there was a whole discussion about, well, if she just slaps it down, it's not going to be funny because we won't see it. So if you notice, she slaps it up so that all the papers go flying. So visually, it's more interesting.
Oh, that's funny.
Man. So now what you're saying is when we do this to people, when we do this to future Randys, we slap up.
Yeah, that's right. Always slap up.
Only if someone's recording it.
It's like punching down in comedy. You always want to punch up. Always slap up.
Exactly.
Okay, so in Act 1, Mallory confides in Pam and Lana. She makes them swear not to breathe a word to anyone, especially Archer. And then Pam immediately texts everyone. We learn about Piglet. Is this the first time Piglet comes up?
Piggly?
Piggly.
Is this the first time Piggly is named?
I think so.
Yeah, and Goatly.
And then Goatly.
We get Goatly, too.
And is he a half man, half pig? What is it?
We never see it, so
it's implied that he's
is
a
implied.
hybrid of some sort.
Very scary.
Later on, Krieger has, in later seasons, Piggly 2, who's all pig, but has a strange radioactive glow.
Yeah, very realistic radioactive glow.
Then we see Archer that is seeing his doctor, Dr. Speltz. And the first thing that happened was like, oh my God, that voice. And so I was like, oh my God, his voice is so incredible. And then I looked it up and found out it was Charles Napier, who had been in literally everything. But where did I recognize his voice from? Do you guys know? Like, it's just so specific and recognizable.
Oh.
Well, he was. I think Matt wanted to use him. Matt wanted to use him, I think, because Dave Willis was using him in Squidbillies. He was the sheriff in Squidbillies.
Okay.
But Christian, where do you know him from?
The Blues Brothers is one of my favorite movies of all time. He plays one of Bob's good old boys. It's one of the many factions that end up chasing the Blues Brothers throughout the movie. But he's like the lead singer of the Bob's good old boy band.
I love this lane of actor that's like an actor that, because his credits are Silence of the Lambs, then Rambo, Austin Powers, the Blues Brothers. That's his top 4 IMDb, and I love that lane of actor that says, like an older man that can play the most serious role as Lieutenant whatever, but then also Lieutenant Goofy Boy. You know?
So true.
Yeah.
Obviously, very versatile.
Yeah.
And so he's just such a great thing. And I also found out that this voice role was his last voice role before he passed away.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that incredible?
Nailed it.
Thank you, Charles Napier. Sorry that Archer ended your life.
Yeah, good timing though.
Like it did so many others.
So many others.
You guys really snuck it in there at the end.
We also find out that Archer has a lot of risk factors: alcoholism, exposure to radiation, and X-ray boning. I wrote down. That shot of them boning with the X-ray machine was. I was like shocked by it.
Did you clutch your pearls?
I did. I clutched my pearls. Did you guys have trouble getting away with that, Casey?
Yeah, there was at the time with FX a kind of thrust clause that like
a thrust clause.
How much thrusting there could be shown.
How often? How in
Yes.
between thrusts? How much time?
Wow.
Yeah, we had to time that out.
Interesting.
Yeah, but who's deciding this, huh? How many thrusts have they done in their life?
Exactly.
I feel like there should be a
clause.
Qualifications for these very specific clauses. Right. Each person has their dedicated job. I am the thrust clause. You know?
I hope there was some research done at least.
I know.
Yes.
We also worked on some Adult Swim shows, Christian and I, and Amber, because she did voices for them. We worked on C-Lab 2021 and Frisky Dingo. And at the time, for Cartoon Network, the S&P woman was a devout Christian. And it was tough to get things by her. Because she was definitely putting her own spin on this S&P.
You know what it reminds me of is, do you remember the S&P woman from the movie Scrooged?
Oh yeah, yes.
It's like they break her neck at some point.
She gets injured quite a few times though. The movie.
That's what
I
every
remember
S&P
there was there had to be a full second pause between God and damn it. We could say God damn it, but there had to be a full and it became like a bit. That's how Xander Cruz would say God damn it. He would just take a full second in between it.
And so Jesus could get out of the room before it happened.
He could cover his ears.
We also on C-Lab had a fake restaurant called Grizzlebee's that was supposed to be like Applebee's.
Okay.
And
Casey, don't go down this.
Okay. We'll just say that
I want to know.
The email. Well, Grizzlebee's had a commercial in an episode.
Right. In the episode, there were commercials for the restaurant.
Okay.
And they had a
brand new
sandwich called the Shocker. That was 3 links of beef and definitely inserted into a yeasty roll, but it looked like this, and then there were sauces on the hot dogs.
Right.
And
there's a commercial where there's like bing bong, the door opens, and the Shocker's like at the door. It's like you can get roadside or like curbside delivery, and they're like you cannot put this burger in the cartoon. So instead of putting the burger in the cartoon,
they put the email with what it said. It said like no sauces on the fingers of beef and all these other things.
What they sent to us was dancing in the door.
Oh my god, that's brilliant. Hey, I mean, this is very true to life. I worked at a restaurant once, and there was a burger on the menu. It was a burger place. The burger was called, and guys, I did not get the connection to this for way too late in life, but the burger was called the Chi-Chi Burger, and it had 2 sunny side up eggs to represent the chichis, if you're following me.
Okay.
Apropos to breast cancer, for this episode.
Yeah.
But I'm just out here being like, hi, did you guys want to get the chichi burgers? Is that 2 chichis? Is that 2? You want a set of? Is that a set? A set of chichis?
4 chichis.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that S&P person needs to go to my old restaurant.
Right.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's out there. Come on.
Holly,
Yeah.
so when you're making your podcast, are you in creative control? Is there anybody that you're having to deal with to like get things like you know what I mean? Like, are you calling the shots?
Oh, yeah, totally. I get to call the shots. That was my stipulation. I have an incredible showrunner that helps Pete Musto, and
great.
he's been amazing. Like, he keeps me on track. I feel like, although I feel like his mind is more fucked up than mine. So now that I'm thinking about that, I may be someone keeping me in track, aka encouraging my every whim. Yeah, no, we don't have any. I don't have to worry about any of that stuff.
That's great.
I mean, like you said earlier, Amber, I don't punch down. I'm always going to punch up. So I'm not like worried that someone's going to have an issue with anything offensive that I'm saying or doing. It's like I'm making fun of stuff that's like, thank God we're making fun of this. Otherwise we'd cry. I'm not making fun of people in order for them to cry,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, are all your episodes in the can, or are you still making them?
It's an active story. I may or may not have met my brothers.
Okay.
On the podcast. I don't know. We're going to find out how that might have gone. It's just an active story. I want to get like the real-time reactions to people.
Okay.
And because so much of these are secrets that is involved, which I feel like there's some through lines in this episode with that. But like so many secrets are coming out that there's other stuff happening. Like I have learned new stuff from the moment I wrote episode 1 to now.
Oh my God, that's incredible. And it must make it easier I'm guessing, I don't know, that because you have this project, that it's helping you process this shit, that if you didn't have this project, it'd just be shit in your life.
Yes. Are you kidding?
Wow.
I feel like I had a family member tell me he was proud of me, that I was like, I don't know if I'd ever hear you say that if I didn't do this podcast. Like, yes, it's been so instrumentally healing, and that's like I just want people to talk openly about all these things, because then we can laugh about it. Then we can laugh about Archer getting breast cancer, that dumb idiot.
Yeah, that dumb idiot. He deserves it. Now, Holly, the next obvious. If anybody does, yeah.
But I love how quickly you said that, Amber. You're like, he deserves it. Moving on.
Right? The next obvious step to me for you in this podcast is that it actually does become a sitcom. Have you even let that happen in your mind yet?
I mean, that's the dream. That's of course, like, that would be being able to actually make my childhood life that I wanted so badly to be a sitcom, and then turning it into a fucked up sitcom that only like you can create if you came from both spaces. That is absolutely where I want to take this. 100%.
Well, if there's any big-time producers watching,
I know.
Please make this into a sitcom and give the rest of us jobs, too.
Yes! Oh, my God, how perfect. You guys, I was just thinking about this. I have one joke that reminded me so much of Archer in this episode, and it's just about, like, my dad obviously had cancer. We know this. My aunt had breast cancer. My grandpa died of cancer. So what's 1, 2, or 3 more STDs? I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So eat that raw cookie dough is what I'm saying. I totally understand living in that zone.
Wait a minute. Is raw cookie dough where you get STDs from?
It's where
it depends where you put it.
Depends on
where you keep your cookie dough.
I loved the sitcom trope that is one of my favorites that I really live in, is like, it's happened so briefly. I feel like this episode covers like 5 different sitcom tropes really fast. And one of them right away is somebody has to keep a secret from one person. Let's not tell Archer. No one can tell Archer. And I love how quickly that unravels, because they show how implausible those sitcom tropes are to keep. But like the fact that Pam has to keep the secret, then Archer finds out, reminds me so much of like Monica and Chandler's relationship on Friends, how no one could find out about that. And they all like this, the evolution of what those secrets look like in sitcoms is something that I immediately connected to.
Every double date on the Brady Bunch.
Yes. Juggling 2 prom dates. Oh, no.
We've already established how Pam is the worst gossip of all time in earlier seasons, so it's pretty great. Also,
yeah, she really ramps it up to light speed.
I know.
It's instantaneous.
And she's still the head of HR for The Office, which What a terrible combination.
She knows all the personal stuff about people just because of her job and then tells everybody.
I know.
And also in Act 1, you get a really good taste of Jessica's acting. You get some real acting in there from her, which is awesome. Always great.
Yeah.
So good.
I love the line of the doctor saying, something about acknowledging alcohol drinking, how you can't do that. And then Archer takes a sip. We see Mallory take a sip from her drink, and she's like, I didn't have breakfast.
And it's like, isn't that worse?
I know. Her character above anyone, her ability to say a line that says like, oh, yeah, okay. And then you go, wait, what?
Right.
Okay, so we're going to get into our segments, Holly. This is very exciting.
Right.
Because you are a comedian, we decided to start a whole new segment just for you. Casey, would you like to explain?
Yeah, this segment is our new segment, Sex With Me. And we took a bunch of ideas from the episode, and we're going to plug them into a classic joke structure. Sex with me is like blank, then a comedy punchline. So an example, sex with me is like eating a sandwich. There's always too much lettuce. So I'll throw out some... I'll throw out some... things from the episode, and then you guys just, whenever you have something, just go ahead and blurt it out.
Okay.
But always with that formula, sex with me is like blank, comedy punchline.
And a groan from you is as good as a laugh.
As
right?
good as a laugh,
Okay.
but I gotta say, I'm kind of an easy laugh.
Okay, that's good to know.
All right, let's start with a tattoo. Sex with me is like a tattoo.
Okay. Holly, go for it whenever you got something.
I have a lot of those. Okay. Oh, man. Sex with me, I'm just going to totally just go, and I'm not even going to have anything ready in the chamber.
It. Yeah.
Sex with me is a lot like my Niles Crane Frasier tribute tattoo. Not very artistic, but very wordy.
That's great. That's great. Let's see. Sex with me is like a tattoo. You're gonna get it drunk in New Orleans.
Okay, yeah, mine's similar. Sex with me is like a Panama City tattoo. It's gonna be scratchy.
Sex with me. No, I love this. I love this. Sex with me is like an old school stick and poke tattoo. Say no more.
Sex with me is like a tattoo. It was supposed to be right above your butt, but 20 years later, now it's actually on your butt.
Oh, yeah. Hate that.
Let's do Las Vegas.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. I feel like I love this because like one of us starts it and then we just keep going. Yeah. All right.
Sex with me is like Las Vegas. Things are made to look a lot bigger than they actually are.
Sex with me is a lot like Las Vegas. It's full of mysterious liquids, lies, and a lot of tattoos. I'm coming back. Come back to that one.
Sex with me is like Las Vegas. It's full of old people.
Yeah. You
Sex
and your
with-
husband?
Me and my husband, yeah.
Sex with me is a lot like Las Vegas. You think you're getting one fling, but actually you're getting Harrah's.
Here's a good one. This is a little old school because the buffets aren't around as much as they used to be. But
Okay.
sex with me is like Las Vegas. The buffet will make you sick.
Sex with me is a lot like a Siegfried and Roy show. You don't know who's gonna survive.
Oh.
Sex with me is like Las Vegas. There's no clock, so you don't know when to leave.
Fantastic. Let's do surgery.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
Sex with me is like surgery. We're going to forget something inside there.
That's so good. That is really good.
Sex with me is like surgery. You're going to need an anesthetist.
Sex with me is a lot like surgery. I'm not going to tell you which one's my hole or an open wound.
Sex with me is like surgery. You need to put a mark on where I don't go.
my God.
Oh, wait, sex with me is like surgery. There's ice cream afterwards.
Oh, nice. Sex with me is a lot like surgery. We go in, we try to get it all out, and sometimes we leave some inside.
Nice.
How about let's do one more. Let's do bear claws.
Ooh.
Sex with me is like bear claws. You want a donut, but you'll take this too.
Sex with me is a lot like eating a bear claw in a photo in a recording studio. You're gonna hear a lot of weird noises. Just go with it.
Any more?
Oh man,
We tapped the well on that.
guys, I have to be honest. I've never had a bear claw.
Me
Oh,
neither. Is it
know.
like
What?
almond? Yeah, I've never had
don't
one. Is it
even
like
know.
almond flavored?
I think
don't
it's
know.
like cinnamony and just big.
Oh, that's another good one. Sex with me is like a bear claw. It's cinnamony and just big.
And originated in
almonds?
Germany.
All right.
I
Any
remember
more, guys?
having a bear claw, and it was like, oh, this is
Yeah.
Breadier than I'd like.
yes, yeah.
You just wanted a donut, but that was all that was left. And now we're back for the second half of our episode. We're going to get into Act 2. Archer tells the gang it's stage 2 breast cancer. Pam suggests that she and Lana check each other for breast cancer, which I thought was really funny. Pam immediately goes to how they need to check each other's breasts. Archer decides he needs to spend some time with the wee baby Seamus since he doesn't know how long it's gonna be that he has. And then I don't think I realized until this scene that he knew that the wee baby Seamus wasn't his.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
remember that either. And watching back, it didn't feel like that came out, but I mean we find out now.
In that episode, we didn't know if he switched his blood with Cyril's blood. But then at the end, it's when it comes up positive, that Archer is the father. We knew he switched because then Cyril is the father. We see that little flashback of Cyril and Trinette in bed together. So he's always known, but at that stage, it was worse for him to admit that he broke in and switched it. So
Right.
they just went with it.
Right. Okay.
I guess I didn't know that what's her face knew. That the mom knew. I can't remember her name.
Trinette?
Right. Yeah, the Trinette.
Right.
That she was the one that fully, like, obviously she knew that the possibility was Cyril, but I didn't know that we knew she knew.
Yeah.
And then Archer just sort of assumed, I mean, he acts like he is,
Yes.
even though he knows he's not.
And he's like, well, what is he into? And then, and then they go get tattoos together.
Yeah,
So-
and the origin of the back tattoos in this, episode, too.
Yeah.
And now we know where the Dickie tattoo comes from, which is news to me, guys. So Woodhouse's vacation is starting today, but he was going to go to Vegas with his brother Dickie, but Archer goes instead, and so it's also like it's not that Woodhouse can't go because Archer has cancer; he just can't go, and then Archer goes. It doesn't make any
And he took his
sense.
shirt and hat, too.
But then obviously he gets along with Dickie quite well because he gets Dickie's name tattooed on his
Man,
shoulder.
that montage of them in
So
Vegas was
good.
great. There's some funny shots.
And the music was good, too, I think.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Holly, are you a Vegas gal?
Oh, I am a Vegas. I'm an unabashed tourist fiend. If there's like a tourist trap, I will go because life is too fucking big. I can curse on this podcast.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if you said, no, don't curse on this podcast?
Not on this one.
Oh my God. Be like, how many thrusts can I curse? Okay. I love a tourist trap. I'm like, give me something I don't have to think about or plan, and I will thrive. That's just my most unbridled. Yeah, I love Las Vegas. Please. I love gambling. I'll shout it from a rooftop. I love gambling, she says, with two parents as addicts. I love gambling.
That's fantastic. we got really lucky, and I got to do like a show in Vegas for 2 weeks. And I'll tell you, living in a casino is a fucking. I was like so stoked because, like you, I'm like, fuck yeah, this is like so great and like such a great like story to have. And by day 3 of living in Harrah's, which is the shittiest casino in Vegas. Sorry, Harrah's, unless you want to give us some free nights there. It was like I can't. It was such a bizarre world. There was many days that I didn't go outside and didn't realize that I hadn't been outside. And like
it's like
many
designed to not let you outside. You're like, oh, there's you're like in back rooms the whole time.
Bonkers and you can still smoke everywhere, so everything smells like cigarettes. It's bananas. Yeah,
that does sound like not. You want to keep the mystery alive. Vegas is 2 days max. You can do 2 days. You can do a weekend. You do 3 days. You're full of regret that you actually do legally have to take home with you. You can't leave there.
You can't leave it there. Yeah.
No. My wife and I went, and we realized that we were too old for the scene, which is weird because there's still a lot of old people just like pumping. Well, I can't
Oxygen?
say quarters anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, oxygen.
Well, they do have that too, and urine. That just they sit. They don't move. They sit there all day.
But our favorite thing was going to a Hoover Dam tour. And then on the way back, the guy's like, "Oh, there's some bighorn sheep," and he pulled over, and we watched these sheep for like a half hour.
That's great.
Yeah, you're too old.
Yeah.
So, Casey, you went on the damn tour.
My husband and I we almost got married in Vegas, like a month into us dating. We went to Vegas. We were like, we already know we're going to be together forever. We go to look up the places. So much more expensive than you think. We were like, what?
Oh, really?
We thought it'd be like $50. You kiss Elvis on the mouth, you're married. And then
right. That's legally binding in Vegas.
you kiss your husband, you kiss Elvis, you're married.
Yeah.
But no, it was so much more. Like, I think there was ones that we could do for that, but any decent ones was like $800. I was like, what the hell?
Wow.
Yeah. Good to know. That's good information, Holly. That is good to know.
Yeah, hold your horses, folks. Don't get married on a whim, although I almost did.
The next time you're shotgunning your way to Vegas,
right?
You might not want to get.
So Archer is on an apology tour, and we see this sweet little scene actually with Archer and Mallory that just then turns into a sloppy mess, where it seems like they're going to tell each other that they love each other, but they don't actually get to it. And then Lana gives Archer a ride home. He confesses his love to her and then convinces her to stay. And I feel like Lana is just always like, God damn it. Like, there's nothing that doesn't happen in Lana's life that she's not just like, these fucking idiots. Okay. Anything else about Act 2, guys?
There's a line that I really liked from Archer when Woodhouse says, Dickie's his younger brother, and Archer goes, obviously.
Because he's so old. And Dickie looks just like Woodhouse, right? But has like different hair.
Yeah.
I think it's truly just a different color hair to indicate age. That's it.
I think he's got a little pencil mustache.
So funny.
Or I think in the same scene, he's like talking about how Mexico, they get them going to Mexico. He's like, yeah, Mexico's pretty big. And then you get the soft side of Archer. He goes, and so is your heart, Woodhouse. Like, they played in those zones of like him still being such a piece of shit, but then having one line at the end where he's nice every now and then in this episode where you're just like, oh my God, he never says that.
Yeah, it's just the sprinkle. You have to sprinkle a little in to make us like the main character in this show.
Suckers.
It's like you gotta like him for a little bit. Okay, and then we get into Act 3. The next morning, Lana takes Archer to his surgery. He's 4 hours late. Just imagine the night before his surgery, the night that he has, and going into surgery like that. Like, I wouldn't even go to a doctor's appointment like that.
You kind of understand why he got spelts.
Yeah.
Got the worst doctor.
Pam is devouring some bear claws. I just wrote down the sounds that Pam is making are so funny, and I didn't remember. But was this the biscuit eating situation, Casey?
I think it was, yeah.
So Holly, when I would have to eat a bunch of stuff for Pam, this was one of the first ones, I feel like, was bear claws, and there was never anything for me to eat, and I would never
the thing
think
you were supposed to be eating.
Yeah, it was like, oh, chew on this pencil, or a tissue, or this guy's lunch that is working at this studio.
The engineer's like, my wife made me this sandwich.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah.
And I never learned his name 5 years later.
You're his villain origin story right now. He's thinking about this.
Exactly. And I think in this episode, Matt Thompson, our executive producer, brought in a tray of biscuit, like cold canned biscuits.
Oh,
I made these last night.
Yeah, that I just devoured. So fun. That was so much fun to listen to.
So they actually use your the noises from eating to incorporate. Oh, I love that.
And it's just, they just come in anytime. In the background, yeah.
I feel like there's multi-purpose uses. You know what I mean? It's like very Foley artists be like, oh, you think you got this rain slick pitter patter from this? Turns out it was actually a bunch of slime. Like it's just such a reveal. You could use it for multiple things.
One of the things I loved about your trailer, Holly, was the eating at the beginning of. I'm a sucker for anytime you hear somebody eating. It's so funny.
Yeah, it just puts you in the mood. You know.
I ate a lot of popcorn. I was invested. But then you do so many takes and you finally get the right one, and then you look in your bag and there's no more popcorn, and you're like, fuck!
That's right. Then you ate so much popcorn. So we find out Archer's surgery was a success. Archer is celebrating with the gang, and then the best stuff starts. This is the funniest part of the episode. I laughed so hard. The doctor calls to let him know that the cancer has spread. And this happened in another episode earlier in season 2, and it made me laugh out loud where Cheryl just goes, "What's cancer?" Yes. Nobody will tell her what cancer is.
I think Pam just shakes her head. That's it.
God, it's so funny. What's cancer? Why won't anybody tell her? So then Archer knows that the cancer spread, and he's really upset, and he starts apologizing to everyone for all the things he has done, and he keeps trying to talk to Lana about the night before where she slept in his bed. And then the doctor calls back, and then we find out that he's actually cancer-free, and I wrote down the line, "Boy, did I pull a boner." Yes.
You're just going to hate me.
Yeah. It's just so good. And so he must have been Southern, because that's like such a good, like it just seems so natural, this Southern voice that he's got.
Yeah, it's just so light in there. It sounds very nice.
Yeah.
You're just gonna hate me is so. I mean, it reminds me. Listen, another thing that's a little weirdly true to life. It reminds me of my experience, with my dad's cancer, and there were times where he got diagnosed with stage 4, but he lived for so long after that. So there were times where every year the doctors would sit us down and be like, "This is it. Guys, get ready, prepare your stuff." A year would go by, and then I remember thinking, those doctors don't know shit. You have those moments where you get told it's happening, then it doesn't happen, and you really do live in those zones of like, well, they don't I know more than they do, apparently. Yeah,
it happens. What does anything mean anymore?
Yeah, it really happens.
Holly, have you talked to other people that, like, is that common? Like, I just assumed that if a doctor tells you that it's on the moment, 1 year later, you're going to die. Like, I guess they really just don't know, right?
I don't know if it's common. I like to envision my dad as like Hulk, where the second they were like, you're going to be dying, sir, that he goes, no! Rips his clothes off. Cancer's out for a year. Yeah. And then the Hulk can't stay that way, though, so he comes back.
Right. He's always got to go back to Banner.
Yeah, exactly.
I could relate because my mom had cancer and passed away in 2001, but there were several of those things where we got it all. It's great. Mm-hmm. And then, looks like we didn't notice that it spread to this other part. And so it was constantly a roller coaster for us. But then I was like, oh my God, what is it like for my mom who must, the relief and then dread cycle is, it's got to be awful.
Yeah.
Take all that, squeeze it into a funny phone call.
I think it's brilliant, though. That's so brilliant. And then just to have it be summarized down to, you're going to really hate me.
Gosh, you can tell in his voice that he doesn't really think he's going to hate him.
Yeah.
And he's just doing his paperwork at the end of the day. He's making so many calls.
And he was he was concerned that Mallory would be upset because
Yes,
he canceled their date.
And
oh my
also,
God.
that's such a big deal that it's like, it's so funny, and we're only hearing it in a phone call, and we're not seeing that character at all, which just makes it even funnier. Like, it's just so powerful. I loved it so much. It was just so fantastic.
And then
so good.
he gets another call after that.
Yep, that he's going to need chemo, that it's spread, and he will actually need chemo. And then I think that's the end, right?
Yeah,
Wait, then,
yes.
Okay, yeah. Because then we get into the next episode, which is a continuation of this episode.
But I do love that we do get a Rita coming back wanting to sleep with Chet Manley at the end of this episode from the beginning. And then she's still Peggy to him. But then it's just such a good callback to that one moment where he's just like, I think he says a line where she's like, my name's Rita, and you said you would call. And he goes, I said both of those things.
I just think that this might have been the first Bear Claw episode. This might have been the origin of Pam's obsession with Bear Claws.
Wow. Becomes iconic for
I feel like it's an origin for a couple things. We got Bear Claw. We've got I'm gonna say the name wrong. Not Piglet is not, but Piggly. Yes, Piggly. I mean, knowing where certain things came from, the tattoo. Like we've got a couple huge moments, which I think is part of, like, I love the second episode in this pair too, like what we were talking about earlier, but this one is instrumental in setting that one up. It's this to me was by far my favorite episode of this season.
Wow.
And and I feel like it was where Cheryl shines more than I had seen her previously. It was like you get another side of Archer. It really like sets these two episodes up to be my favorite of the whole the season 2. Honestly, I think of season 1 and 2 because I've been deep in a rewatch. These are two of my favorites.
Awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's so cool. And I do love that we do get to see a little bit of vulnerability in Archer, which is not common and not sustainable.
Oh, I know. I think in a previous few episodes before this, he had just thrown a baby, not caring if it went over the balcony. So it's nice to see that he does care about the baby.
Yeah.
You'll have to watch the podcast episode about that episode because we talk about the FX S&P about throwing a baby.
Oh my God!
The angle of the baby was very important.
Very important.
Absolutely.
Oh
you want to throw? You want to throw the baby? You want to slap the baby up, right?
Exactly.
You want to slap it up.
Exactly got it.
Right.
I have to say, talking about rewatches, in the latter seasons of Archer, there was a person right outside of my office that was, I think, doing character design or something, and on their screen, their second screen, so they're drawing on their Cintiq, and they have another screen here. For a few weeks, this person watched the entire show run of Frasier.
Oh my God!
From beginning to end.
And
sure
how
bought all
many
the
episodes was that, Holly? Do you know how many episodes of Frasier were made?
I don't know. I'm sure I have a plaque somewhere in this room right now of how many, but it's 12 seasons and
wow,
20 some odd episodes a season. Like that's,
right. I was gonna say that's when they made a real season of television.
It was an actual job for people all the time.
Wikipedia says 264 episodes.
Wow, that's a lot of rewatching.
And my little brother's in one of them. So.
Oh my God! As what?
Yeah.
Eddie.
He
plays the dog.
He's Maris. That's why we never see her the whole show. He doesn't have any lines, but he is like very integral to a scene where it's like setting up a kids show, and he's like one of the kid that is excited for the show with Roz's daughter. So it's very cute. In the later seasons, you'll see my little brother.
I love it. Okay, now last segment, Holly. This is very difficult, and nobody ever does well. But it is trivia with Casey. Trivia with Casey. It's very hard, but before we get to it, you need to know how many points you have, Holly. Oh my God! Okay. Going in to trivia, you have. This is maybe the most ever. 231 points.
Whoa.
231 points.
Unprecedented.
Wow. Indeed.
Wow, I'm just blown away by myself.
Yeah, you should be. Okay. Casey, whenever you're ready.
Thanks. And
seems sarcastic for some reason.
Thanks. No, I just realized. So my first my first question is about something that was in the montage, and it's a reference we've made a few times on Archer throughout the years. There's a reference to the movie The Deer Hunter, and I realized that when I was very young, I think I saw The Deer Hunter unedited on TV, and it scarred me for life.
It's an intense one, for sure.
Thank you for feeling like this is a safe place.
Thanks.
So that you could tell us.
Thanks for letting me tell you guys.
Yeah, I love. Were you lost in that reflective moment or something?
Yeah. I was like, I've seen this when I was a kid. And I was like playing with my toys, and my dad is watching it.
Yeah, he's like, watch this, kids, it's Vietnam. That's what it does to you.
I was like, is that Robert De Niro's penis flopping as he goes for a jog? So I gave you
who's the deer and who's the hunter, Casey?
Right. The Deer Hunter was a.
You're going to get through it, Casey.
We're going to start trivia now.
Yeah. I'm just going to skip that question.
Okay, it's too much.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
So let's go to another movie reference.
Okay.
When Krieger says, "That'll do, Piggly." What movie is that a reference to?
Babe, Pig in the City. That was the first movie I ever cried in.
Babe or Babe
Yeah.
Pig in the City?
The Deer Hunter. No, it was Babe.
I saw Babe when I was a kid. It was really traumatizing to me.
Oh, definitely.
It really is traumatizing, though, because just like in The Deer Hunter, there is a gun pointed at the head of somebody, and you don't know if it's going to go off or not.
Oh, my God.
So who starred in Babe?
Oh, no.
Who was the farmer?
Oh, okay.
Oh, God, I can
not the
see.
name of the pig.
The older gentleman. I can see him now. I don't know his name, but he has such a weird, soothing presence. I mean, I'm sure starting from Babe, but moving forward, he's like he could easily slip into, I feel like, being very scary, but he has a very soothing presence. I don't know his name.
Christian, do you know it?
James Cromwell?
It is James Cromwell.
He also invented hyperspace travel for Star Trek.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
His character did.
He also is really great in Succession, too, if you watch that. He has
Oh,
a great
my
role in
God. Yes, that's the last thing I've seen him in. Absolutely.
that. He was also in Revenge of the Nerds. He played one of the nerds' fathers. What later ER star got their start in Revenge of the Nerds? Playing
What?
Gilbert Lowe. Which
Oh, my God.
ER star first appeared on Revenge of the Nerds?
All I can think of is Noah Wiley because of The Pit, but it's not him.
No, Noah was like a lower tier doctor. There was George Clooney,
know.
and then there was this guy.
I don't know.
Anybody?
These are tough.
These are tough.
Anthony Edwards. Yep.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Here's
Revenge of the Nerds. Not a great movie.
It does not hold up.
Not a champion for nerds the way it once was.
Yeah.
Not a great movie.
Was it maybe not even written by a nerd after all?
Right. It's fake. It's a poser
Right?
movie.
It's the 80s. Some bully made that movie.
And then you mentioned Babe, Pig in the City. Produced and directed by which famous director?
Babe was?
Babe,
It's
Pig in the
not-
City, but also this
He wrote
person
the first
wrote
one.
the first one. Yes, good.
What? It's not. I don't know why my gut wants to say Spielberg. It's not Spielberg.
But there are some really great shots in Babe, though. Spielberg-esque.
Well,
I'm not joking.
Yeah.
listen, I don't know the answer, but a little trivia tidbit of my own is that Stuart Little, the movie Stuart Little, was written. The screenplay was written by M. Night Shyamalan.
What?
Yeah.
There's no twist at all in that movie.
Swear to God.
That's a straight line from beginning to end.
The real twist is the child that is in the orphanage watching a mouse get adopted over him. Listen, it's sad, but that's funny. That's why I said Spielberg, because I was like, well, if M. Night Shyamalan wrote Stuart Little, maybe somebody insane did this movie. I don't know.
It is someone insane. Christian, do you have the answer?
George Miller.
George Miller.
Of the Mad Max movie fame.
What?
Wow.
Yes.
All of the Mad Max movies.
Wow.
Even Mad Max 3?
Mad Max 3, Babe in the City. Weirdly enough.
Yeah, nobody else is making those movies, so it's got to be him.
What's crazy is like looking up his milieu.
Okay.
Is like he did the Mad Max things and then took a long break and did a ton of animation stuff too.
Yeah.
And then later I came back with Fury Road and stuff with Avengers.
So I have a 4-year-old, and we just watched Babe the other day, and the opening sequence, the opening credits are all this stop-motion animation of all the things in the house, like doing little cute things. It was like way cooler than I remembered it.
Wow.
No wonder. There you go. There's some great minds behind that film.
He did Happy Feet too. The
What?
Penguin movie. Yeah.
This is blowing my mind. Did him and M. Night Shyamalan just like hang out?
Yeah.
And they're like, so what can we do?
Yeah, let's really mix them up out there.
Yeah.
So Las
What's
Vegas.
your next impossible question, Casey?
Las Vegas is famous for its gangster connections. What famous gangster was a partner in the Flamingo Casino in 1945?
Oh God. Oh man. So he's super famous, and he's a criminal, and he's a partner in a casino. Are you sure it's not modern day?
No.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm somebody named Bugsy.
It is Bugsy Siegel.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Nice.
All right.
There was another trivia tidbit that I found, and then I thought it was too good to be true. It was that his car is buried under the Flamingo Casino because he died 2 years later. So as they were constructing it, they buried his car, but apparently it's all bullshit.
Oh.
Oh, damn it.
But speaking of bullshit and the Bellagio,
Okay. Nice transition.
how many fountains or nozzles make up the famous Bellagio fountain show?
Nozzles.
Sex with Me is a lot like the Bellagio water show. Water everywhere. How many nozzles make up? Okay, can I do like? Is this like over under? Can I?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Price is right. This.
Yeah.
Okay, Holly, come on, girl. When you're there, you're normally drunk, so this is hard. I'm gonna say there's 300.
All right. Amber or Christian, do you guys have a guess?
No, 1 million.
Yeah.
1 million.
God. Okay, then I'll go with $1.
Okay.
Oh, it's classic.
Well, actually, then in that case, it is Holly's points because it's 1,214 nozzles.
Wow.
Hey,
Nozzles.
Woo!
And then the Hoover Dam is close to Las Vegas. What river does it dam, and what lake is made from that damming?
A 2-parter.
Oh man. Well, this feels cruel of you that you took a tour of the Hoover Dam. You know the answer, Casey. Oh man, what river? Oh God, this is really going to show me in my skill set where it isn't, and that is geography. I don't know. I'm going to say Stuart Little's finest river.
Okay.
It's actually the Colorado River.
Okay.
And then
So
what
close.
lake is created?
I'm going to say the Colorado Spring.
It's actually Lake Mead. Lake Mead.
Okay.
I have heard of Lake Mead.
Which
I never would have gotten that.
I heard a crazy statistic there that all the water in Lake Mead, when it's at full pool,
which was only like 30 or 40 years ago.
I know, could cover the entire state of New York in an inch of water.
Wow.
Wow.
How do they know that?
Yeah, what a weird correlation thing.
That's such
You
a
know,
good
the
point,
state
Amber.
could flood. And then finally, Holly, is there anything you'd like to plug?
You know, my podcast, Everybody
Yeah.
Knows But Me. You can find it anywhere you listen to podcasts right now, and it's an evolving story, so wherever you think it's going, I don't even 100% know where it's going yet. All I know is you're about to learn a lot of secrets about a very fucked up sitcom family. So
I love it. I can't wait to listen to more. Okay.
Thank you.
Holly, you were up, you were down, the points were all over the place, but in the end, you came away with 221 points.
Ooh,
Wow.
Very nice.
Amazing.
Very good.
And then,
Thank
Casey, I had to take away 15 points from you because you used the word nozzle more than I wanted to use.
Yeah, it was inappropriate.
Yeah, it was more than I wanted.
But Amber, he used milieu. Doesn't that get
That's true. I'll give you 5 more back.
Okay,
so minus 10. Minus 10. Holly, it's been such a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for being on our show.
Thank you guys so much. I'm just such a forever fan of you guys all, and this was a blast. I really appreciate the connection to my podcast. You guys are very thoughtful in everything you do, so thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really am a fan of your show, too, and I can't wait to watch it unfold.
Yeah, it sounds
boy.
awesome.
You're going to cry and then laugh. And then cry.
This has been Rephrasing, an Archer Rewatch podcast. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at RePhrasingPod. Email us questions at rephrasingpod@gmail.com. Please, no pictures of your penis. That's just inviting pictures of their penis, isn't it? Rephrasing is produced by Amber Nash, Casey Willis, and Christian Danley. Our theme music is by Matt Hoggs. FX's Archer is now streaming on Hulu. We're so excited to be a Maximum Fun podcast this season, and we'd like to thank all of the Max Fun members that support our show. If you're not a member yet and you'd like to become one, go to maxfun.org/join.